go ahead. I promise. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Welcome back, CTA.
All right. Thank you.
More trees. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, the only pages were on page 4 and page 9 of that. So it's yesterday.
And of course, this is the contract language, Article 2G, where we made the adjustments. And you can see there's actually minimal items.
Yeah, page 4 and page 9.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, no, we did change another
Okay.
on the second page. We added in,
Okay.
along with instructional practice, deliberate practice.
Okay.
And then we also, if you notice, we continued the renumbering.
Okay.
You know, there was initially it was started, but it wasn't finished,
That's correct.
and so we just finished the renumbering.
Okay.
All right. So again, as I said, just minimal
Okay.
adjustments in that. All right.
Okay.
And if you said Mary, was going to wait until Anthony got back to.
Yeah, Anthony will be back on Monday. So we're going to go over it with him at the beginning of next week.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And we don't have to wait until we get back to the table to kind of look at these, because these
No,
are.
as soon as we get it done, we'll get it to you. And because I don't know that we have any real issue with what you've done. We just, tweaking,
Right.
like I said, a couple of words. So we'll work with that and get it back to you. And if we can TA, we can just TA that. I think we're, especially because we've been working, this is all product of what we've been doing in JINC.
Correct.
So we just want to make sure, I want Anthony to go one more time through the JINC newsletters to make sure we've
Right.
incorporated everything that we need to.
All right. And just to re-reference the 75 days as it relates to employment and an evaluation,
Okay.
the editing tool that I was using, I couldn't put a cross out for the 75. But what I did was put the 45 in red and bolded. All right?
Okay.
So you can see that that's how that's done. And that's on page 12, the bottom of page 12
Okay.
of the CTES. All right?
Okay.
And we did hear your position as it relates to a salary offer, and we're just not prepared to respond. We need to go back and look at our pieces to see where we are and how we need to come back and speak with you about that.
Okay.
So what we'd like to do, though, is to, one, I don't know if you have any changes in your positions on any of your items?
No, like I had said before, we're kind of in a holding pattern until we get the salary worked out.
Okay.
I can see where we can make some really quick movement on
Okay.
the language left when we come to a salary proposal. We didn't bring it today, but that goes again with the salary. Redoing that new hire placement schedule, because we did notice in our discussions that there is the hire placement schedule that we all agreed upon and we're put in the contract, and then the language that said is in conflict with the language in the contract. So we want to clean that up. It's just an unintended consequence. I know we had it with JINC at one point we did a rubric and there was a slight numbering problem. So
Right.
we'll just go back and we can actually, I think that my understanding is Mark has already provided that information to you to look at. So if you want to give that.
Yeah, we're working with that, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So the other thing to wrap up would be to schedule our next meeting.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll get back to you on that one, because again, I have to be on, I can't do it on my phone as easy. I have to do it on the computer because we have to reserve this room. So that's when it gets a little difficult. I'll try and give you a list of dates, but just as I've told you before, we have PBA that has to be in this room. We're also negotiating with the SEIU, which we usually try to have in this room because there's so many. We're negotiating all 3 contracts at one time. And then ASOP is coming in. ASOP can be at a smaller room, so it's not going to take this space. But what I'll do is I'll go back through the dates that we've kind of held for other people and see if anything's dropped off. So we'll try and get you back in here as soon as we can.
Well, we know our schedule, right now. There are several things that are kind of taking place, and so we know that mid-March will probably be the earliest for us.
What we'll try and do is get something before spring break, would be my goal, to get it in. It would have to be that probably first week in March, because we have something going on here in our HR division that week right before spring break, so we're not going to be available the week that ends in the 20th. I know you have some FEA stuff, so if we can get it before that week, we're going to try and get it done then, if that's okay with you. Let me look and see. Hold on, I can tell you.
Okay. That's the week before last session. That's a session, right?
8th to the 13th.
Session
9th to
ends
the
on
13th.
the 13th.
The legislative session? Yeah, the week of the 16th, we have the Sterling Committee coming in to do their, what do you call it? Evaluation of our Human Resources Department that week of the 16th through the 20th. So I guess then it would be after spring break, the last week in March, or if you're not available, the first 2 weeks in March.
All right.
So just let me know.
Just shoot us some dates and.
I will. What I'll do is I'll look through the whole month of March and see what I can find
Okay.
in this room, and then we'll move into April.
All right.
Okay?
Sounds good.
All right. Well, thank you. It's lovely to see you all and all your shining faces and that big pile of candy that I'm ignoring. So have a good afternoon.
Yep. Same to you. Thank you.
And a nice weekend. Yeah, it was Friday. And payday. Bye, Blake.
What's your question, Mary? 'Cause I'm the one who went through it.
Your ballot's not done like March 5th, 10th, something like that?
Go ahead.
Right after the election.
This is the same thing that you
Yeah,
want
we
this
can't do it right now.
as well. Right,
I'm trying to get a little bit more.
along with that, and we're gonna take out working days, 18.
Yep, and that'll be fine.
I'm gonna just say something. And then,
Because I went back and looked, and that's what it was.
Gonzalo, I'm leaving a whole hour early.
we can take this whole last sentence out because it's the same as this.
That's cool, man.
Right. You have it right here.